Thank you, Mr. Speaker, members. You know, I'm in my 4th session now and joked with my staff a little bit that now that I'm in my 4th term, I'm jaded and I don't get big feelings about bills on the floor. Well, today has proved me very wrong. I am feeling very raw. I am feeling personally attacked by this body. I am still in shock that somebody stood at this microphone and said that clubs of LGBTQ students supporting each other were sex clubs. Members, this bill is hate. This is one of the most, maybe the most nakedly hateful bill we have had on the floor of this House. And I will try to give some grace because I know some of this comes from a place of fear, that some of y'all are afraid that your kids or your grandkids might grow up queer. And here's what I want y'all to know. Getting silence in schools from the LGBTQ community, which is what this bill is designed to do, will not stop your kids from being gay. It will just make them afraid to come out. It will make them afraid to live their lives as their full selves. It will make them afraid to tell you when they figure out that they're LGBTQ. And it might damage your relationship with them forever. When I was asking the bill sponsor about my grandfather, it's because I love my grandfather with all my heart. I was close to him my entire childhood. I mourned when he passed, and it was really hard to reconcile the parts of him that actively worked against LGBTQ people like me. Members, we have reached this really beautiful point where so many LGBTQ young people feel safe to talk to their families, talk to their friends, form groups without being afraid of literally being murdered. And that's where we were 40 or 50 years ago. People were literally afraid if they came out as gay, they would be killed. And we have moved so far forward that now a 14-year-old, in all of the awkwardness and fragility of those early teenage years, when they see something about themselves, now sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, they feel like the world might be okay with that and that they can say that out loud. And this bill is trying to reverse that. This bill is trying to force silence in our schools to mirror one particular worldview. Well, members, first of all, that's blatantly unconstitutional. We do not get to force one particular worldview upon students in our schools. This bill is not banning white supremacist clubs. This bill is not banning fight clubs. This bill is only banning clubs of queer youth coming together. Why are y'all so obsessed with us? We are here. We are not going away. And myself and the members standing behind me are going to continue to fight to make sure that LGBTQ youth feel safe in Texas, whether you're on board with us or not. Because that is what every single Texas child deserves, to know that they are loved, to know that they are treasured, and to know that there are people who have their back. So members, the sponsor of this bill said the goal wasn't hate, but I want to talk about some of the language that we put in on the House side that the sponsor did not fight for and that we lost in the conference committee version. In the House, on the House, we ended up defining classroom instruction and specifically making it clear that none of the prohibitions in talking about gender, identity, or sexual orientation applied to, and I quote, an action taken to prevent or mitigate bullying. Why is that language not still in this bill? Why are we functionally prohibiting our educators from protecting LGBTQ youth from bullying? Members, this isn't a hypothetical. I had a friend in college who was beaten badly and hospitalized and left the state because somebody decided he looked gay and beat him up. People get hurt every day, and it is damn well the job of our schools to intervene if there are children in danger from bullying. And we are going to tie the hands of school administrators and teachers trying to protect those vulnerable youth. It's not right. It's not right, the damage we are going to do to children with this legislation. We can be better than this. We do not have to pass this bill today. We can stand up for each and every Texas child. Instead of trying to one-up Florida's Don't Say Gay with our own hyped-up version on steroids. Members, being a young teenager and figuring out that you're not attracted to who people think you should be attracted to is hard. It's confusing. Sometimes you don't entirely know how to identify your own feelings. You're not sure who you can talk to about it. Why would we shut down the ability for them to be able to talk to each other about it? They need those conversations. They need those clubs. They need the anti-bullying protections. This shouldn't be controversial. Members, think of your kid or your grandkid being 13 or 14 and starting to realize that they're not into the people you wish they were into. Think about what you want available to them. And also think that, or remember that just hiding the existence of queer people from them is not going to stop them from coming out. It's just going to make them not trust you. Vote no on this bill.